Evan raised his crystal goblet high. The throne room's glow globes hummed, casting sharp shadows across Queen Salith's iridescent scales. Cameras from every allied system locked on him. He drew a steady breath and launched into the Salithi court dialect, words crisp as forged steel. Gracious sovereign Salith, ruler of the Valor Concord, we of United Earth stand before you. In this hour of unity, we pledge mutual Velthari, binding our fates as one, unbreakable. The verb slipped out, Velthari.
Royal vow, not Selthari, the neutral pact term.
Evan's mind snagged on it too late. His tongue had favored the archaic route, one he'd flagged in sim drills but dismissed as dialect drift. Silence crushed the hall, Salith's multifaceted eyes fixed on him. Her mandibled mouth parted slightly, revealing pearl ridges. Then she rose. The Queen's throne servo's word. She lifted her goblet, 4 arms unfolding in perfect symmetry. Evan Pike of Earth, your words honor me. I accept this, Velthari. Before the galaxy, I bind myself to you and through you to humanity.
Gasps rippled through the court.
Alien aides froze mid-note. Human delegation members shot glances at Director Mara Klein, who gripped her podium white-knuckled.
Evan's pulse hammered. Cameras broadcast live to Sol and Valor hubs alike. A treaty toast. Now a proposal. Accepted. Chancellor Vadran surged forward. The protocol hawk's robes snapped like whips. Halt. Court Edict 47 invokes stasis. No Velthari proceeds without lineage review and blood oath calibration. Ceremony freezes. Silas' eyes narrowed at Vadran, but she lowered her goblet. Servos hummed her back to the throne. The hall's force field doors sealed with a resonant thud. Evan set his goblet down. His hand stayed steady. Panic later. Fix now. Mara yanked him aside as humans clustered. Pike, what the hell was that verb? You just proposed to the Queen. Translation glitch, Evan said. Court dialect layers vows over pacts. Velthari is marriage grade. I hit the wrong route. Mara's jaw tightened. Her practical gaze scanned the sealed doors. Glitch? Galaxy-wide now. Vadran salivating. He'll spin this as human deceit to gut the treaty. Or opportunity. Evan met her eyes. Salith accepted. Publicly. Leverage that. She nodded once. Sharp. Get court intel. Saratan's you're in. She's the liaison who prepped you.
A court aide approached. Saratan, blunt and curious, her carapace etched with scholar runes. She waved Evan to a side alcove, away from prying lenses.
Your Velthari echoes through the Nexus feeds,
Sarah said. Her voice clicked softly, translator bead glowing at her throat. Old human. Or accident. Evan leaned in, voice low. Accident. Salthari was the intent, standard binding. What's the fallout? Sarah's antennae twitched. In Valor law, words are law. Vadran chairs the review. He'll demand your blood scan for compatibility. Fail and treaty dissolves. Succeed, you wed her.
Evan blinked. Wed?
Silas' sharp mind flashed in his thoughts. Her debates during prep, dissecting human idioms with surgical precision. Duty-bound, yes. But those eyes had lingered. Compatibility? He asked. Species sync. Pheromonal lock. Neural mesh. Humans untested. Vadran hates unknowns, wants pure Valor alliances. Mara joined them, tablet humming. Pike, Queen requests private audience. Now. Vadran stalling the stasis lift. Evan nodded. Goal. Salvage treaty. Conflict, Vadran's trap. He followed Sarah through a side passage, glow globes dimming to intimate blue. Salith waited in a vaulted chamber, alone. No throne. She perched on a low dais, forearms gesturing him near. Her scales shifted hues, subtle stress signal. Diplomat Pike, she said, dialect pure. Your vow surprises. Intentional? Evan bowed slightly, holding her gaze. No, sovereign. Error in phrasing. Earth seeks pact, not personal bind. Her mandibles clicked amusement. Yet I accepted. Publicly. Retract now and Vadran claims weakness. My court sees only strength in bold claims.
He processed. Test.
You could reject. Blame the glitch.
Rejection shames humanity. And... She tilted her head, eyes gleaming.
Intrigues me. Humans speak fast. Adapt faster.
Show me. Sarah hovered at the door. Chancellor approaches. Review summons imminent. Vadran burst in without knock, robes flaring. Sovereign, the stasis holds. This human must submit to probe. Prove no subterfuge. Salith rose. Probe proceeds, but under my oversight. Chancellor. Vadron's eyes flicked to Evan, venomous. As edict demands, they marched to the review hall. Tech drones hummed, scanning pads glowing. Vadron directed Evan to a pedestal. Neural mesh first. Reject, and your treaty voids. Probes latched, cool pricks at temples. Data streamed, human baseline, no Valor toxins. But the mesh test, pheromonal sync. Salith watched, arms crossed. Sarah whispered to Evan pre-scan, Valor Queen's bond deepest. Failure scar. The drone beeped. Green across boards. Vadron's face soured. Compatible? Impossible.
Human flexibility, Sarah said blunt. Your pure line's brittle.
They mesh wide. Evan felt it, a faint hum in his nerves, like static harmony. Salith's scales brightened. Lineage next. Earth holds no royal blood. Enough. Silith cut him. Evan Pike binds as proxy for Earth. Stasis lifts. Treaty signs, with Velthari claws. Mara, entering now, grinned faintly. Leverage. Court murmured as doors unsealed. Cameras reignited, but Vadron cornered Evan post-scan. Voice hiss low. This farce ends. I invoke Shadow Protocol. Private challenge. Prove your vow in the right duel. Fail. Queen discards you both. Evan's fists clenched.
Duel?
What? Right. Sarah pulled him back. Word. War. Debate to bloodless death. Vadron's specialty. Selith approached, her presence parting aids. You face it, Pike? He met her eyes. Trust flickered there, earned in the glitch's fire. For the pact. And honor. Her claw brushed his arm, light, electric. Then partner with me. Humans listen. I command. Together we win.
Heart steady, Evan nodded. Vadron's duel loomed.
But in her gaze, partnership sparked. Something deeper. The court reconvened. Cameras whirred. Vadron stepped forward, smirking. Evan gripped Sarah's data slate. One verb had cracked the wall. Now words would forge alliance, or love. Vadron slammed his data rod on the podium. Pike, your vow claims the Queen's line. Prove it lasts the Right of Thorns. Or recant. Evan's grip tightened on Sarah's slate. The court chamber thrummed with holographic feeds beaming to a dozen systems. Thousands watched. He scanned the slate's notes. Right of Thorns. Verbal gauntlet. Each barb a thorn. Yield thrice. You bleed honor dry. Salith stood beside him, her iridescent scales pulsing faint violet. Partnership sealed in her nod. Speak true, Evan Pike. Humans bend words like wind. Vadron paced. Robes swirling. First thorn. Your treaty phrase. Bind eternal alliance, twists Velthari into throne bond. Accident? Or Earth's ploy to claim our core worlds?
Evan stepped forward. Cameras locked on.
He chose words like steps on ice. No ploy, Chancellor. Human tongues flex for peace, not conquest. Velthari echoes our pledge. Loyalty, not lineage grab. Murmurs rippled. Vadron's eyes narrowed.
Flex, evasion.
Second thorn, compatibility. Scans cleared flesh mesh, but spirit? Humans scatter seed like weeds, our queen's birth rulers. Your blood dilutes thrones. Sarah whispered at Evan's elbow.
Hit his protocol obsession.
He's Purlin Hawk, fears dilution. Evan nodded, pulse steady. Salith's claw grazed his wrist again. Spark jumped, nerves humming. Focus. Earth breeds adaptable heirs, Chancellor, not weeds.
Allies. Your pure lines shatter under strain. Ours endure.
Proof. We crossed stars without crumbling. Vadron's scales flared crimson. Court gasped. He jabbed the rod. Endure? Third thorn. Sacrifice. Velthari demands consort's trial by proxy. Face my query. What forfeit your world for her line? Evan felt the trap snap. Proxy meant him standing for Earth. Lucy treaty shreds. Silith tensed. Her breath quickened. Sent like charged ozone. Earth forfeits nothing but pride, Evan shot back. We offer hands, not chains. Velthari binds equals. Your law says so. Twist it, and you chain your queen. Vadron lunged verbally. Equals. Proxies bow. Recant or name your blood oath price, Salith interjected, voice steel.
He stands with me.
Evan synced breath with hers. Human edge. Listen. Adopt. Price. Trust. Earth yields scout rights on your rim worlds. In return, your fleets shield our colonies. Velthari forges steel, not shackles. Court erupted. Hollow screens flickered with alliances sims, trade booms, joint patrols. Vadran's face twisted. Lies. Humans hoard tech. Your flex hides invasion verbs. Test it, Evan countered. Sarah fed him a glyph mid-breath. Invoke the third codex. Words bind only if mutual. I misspoke once. Now we speak clear. Partnership. Vadran faltered. Codex? Irrelevant? Syleth raised a claw. Relevant. Pike cites true. Your thorns wilt, but Vadran rallied. Fourth thorn. Unyielding. Lineage proof. No human sires queens. Yield.
Evan's mind raced.
Sarah's slate glowed. Pureline myth. Old war relic. Humans bypassed it. Wrong. Your history's log hybrid vigor. Zethary wars. Mixed blood won. We bring that fire. Scales across the chamber shifted. Curiosity blues. Vadran's hiss cracked. Fifth. Ritual forfeit. Enough thorns. Salith's command silenced him. He stands unbled. Right ends.
Vadran world? Queen? No!
Shadow protocol demands. I demand verdict. Her gaze pinned him. Pike proves worthy. Treaty seals. Balthari clause holds. Camera's word frenzy. Mara Klein pushed through aids. Eyes sharp. Evan. Brilliant. Leverage locked. But Vadran's not done. He'll petition elders. Evan exhaled. Salith's claw lingered on his arm. Warmth spread. Electric pull deeper now. Trust solidified. Her scales brushed his skin, violet deepening to indigo. You listened. Few match that. Team effort, he said. Her presence parted the crowd as they exited to antechamber.
Sarah trailed, grinning fangs.
Word war, champ. Vadran bleeds protocol now. Private doors sealed. Salith faced him alone. No cameras. Right binds deeper than court knows. Velthari echoes consort vow.
You faced thorns for me. Evan met her gaze. Golden slits widened.
Heart kicked. For the treaty. 4. Alliance. She stepped closer. Height matched his. Scales shimmering. Alliance grows roots. Human surprise. Your flexibility meshes mine. Her claw traced his jaw. Static harmony surged. Nerves alight. He didn't pull back. Touch ignited something primal. Cross-species spark. Queen. Salith. If this is the path, call me partner. Lips scaled. Soft brushed his cheek. Trust. Earned. Now explore. Mara burst in. Datapad blazing.
Evan, elders convene.
Vadran's spinning proxy flaw says you need formal binding right. Turn it. Proposed joint council. Leverage the romance angle. Evan blinked. Heat fading. Salith's laugh hummed low. Romance? Humans name it so. Sarah nodded. Court whispers it already. Vadran's jealous. His line covets throne. Evan processed. Rivals weaponized mistake. Now it armed them. Joint council it is. But first, correct the record? Mara smirked. A stake's gold. Play fiancé. Seal trust. Salith's eyes locked his. Fiancé. Earth word binds, like Velthari, he said. Her claw-intertwined fingers fit perfect, hum steady. Vadran's voice echoed from hall speakers.
Elders, the proxy falters. Invoke irrevocable utterance.
Human words revoke nothing. Evan tensed. Sarah hissed. He's circling back. Old rule. Spoken vow and ceremony. Stone. Salith snarled. He blocks correction now? After right? Mara gripped Evan's shoulder. Preserve treaty at any cost. Private audience with elders. Salith, escort him. Turn trap to pact. Salith nodded. Done. She waved guards. Evan piped to my chambers. No cell. Guards flanked. Evan followed her stride. Purpose synced. Court watched. Murmurs peaking. One verb sparked war. Words forged love. But Vadran's shadow loomed. Binding right? Real now. In her wake, Evan's hand tingled. Partnership bloomed. Deeper stakes, called. Chamber sealed. Salith poured crystal nectar. Fizzy, nerve sharp. Your request for correction, denied publicly. Now private truth.
Evan sipped. Tart kick, cleared head.
I meant alliance pledge, not marriage.
Her laugh echoed. Truth bends.
Humans listen here unsaid. I heard intent. She leaned in, scales aglow. Do you regret? Static hummed between. He touched her claw. No. Opportunity. Lips met. Scaled to soft, worlds meshing. Fire built slow, electric. Door chimed. Sarah, elders inbound. Vadran leads. Prep word war 2. Evan pulled back, breath shared. Salith's eyes blazed. Together. Alliance forged in glitch. Love in the forge. Mara's calm buzzed. Evan, preserve at all costs. Romance Evan silenced Mara's calm with a thumb swipe. Her words echoed. Preserve at all costs. Salith's claw lingered on his jaw, scales warm against skin. The door hissed open. Sarah burst in, tail lashing. Elders at the antechamber. Vadran demands entry. He calls it coup verification. Salith straightened, regal fire in her gaze. She snapped her fingers. A holographic seal flared on the chamber wall. Royal lockdown. No entry without my word. Sarah, stall them. Bias the span of 3 breaths. Sarah nodded, blunt spines flattening. She darted out, door sealing behind her. Evan's pulse raced. He stood, smoothing his tunic. What do they want? Proof of intent? Salith poured another nectar draft, handing it over. Her eyes locked on his, probing, like scanning a hull breach. Truth, Evan Pike. Bydrin twists your words into treason. Spoken in ceremony, under the rite of binding. To us, that's proposal, union. Heirs or alliance. Irrevocable. She sipped her own, throat scales rippling. You touched my claw. Kissed. Do humans court so boldly, or was that panic? Evan set the glass down. Honesty first. Her audit demanded it. Human customs vary. Words like pledge can mean treaty or promise.
I chose poorly in your tongue. But the kiss?
He met her stare. Consent. We call it opportunity, testing waters before diving. She circled him, slow, assessing. Fragrance of spiced crystal nectar clung to her.
Humans parcel it like trade goods. Our queens bind by claw touch and right.
Yours? Accidental? Her claw grazed his arm, testing. Regret the ambiguity? Heat flushed his neck. Competence shone in clarity. No regret. Show me your lexicon device. I'll retranslate live. Prove the gap. Salith activated the chamber console. A shimmering hologrid bloomed. Dual languages scrolling. Galactic Standard clashed with her species script. All sharp angles and flowing coils.
Here, the verb velfari.
You said it means alley. Evan leaned in, fingers flying across inputs. He synced his neural implant, pulling human idiom databases. Watch. He vocalized the phrase from the ceremony. We Velthari Eternal Pact. The grid-lit ambiguities flagged red.
Captain, pact, union, blood oath, English pledge, does the same, business deal or wedding vow.
Context shifts it. Yours reads, marriage. Salith's spines rose, then smoothed.
She replayed the hollow, eyes narrowing. Clever.
Humans weave words like nets. Multi-mean. We etch stone, single cut. She deactivated the grid. Proof enough for me. But Vadran?
He smells engineered trap. Humans conquer by subtlety.
A chime pierced the air. Sarah's voice crackled. Lockdown holds. Vadran spreads whispers. Terran's fake error for throne grab. Court fractures. Goal flip the script. Cooling period. Propose it. Buys time. Saves face. Salith tilted her head, considering.
Our law allows veil of reflection. 30 cycles.
No binding acts.
She touched his chest, firm. You enter it with me.
Prove no coup. Door unsealed. Sarah waved them forward. Elders clustered in the antechamber. Robed figures with gemmed tails, Vadran at center, hawk-eyed. Mara stood beside him, arms crossed, her practical glare daring challenge. Vadran thrust a data slate forward. Queen, the utterance stands. Human Pike proposed. Accept or exile him. Treaty dies.
Silith raised a claw.
Silence fell. Veil of reflection invoked.
30 cycles. No rulings.
Pike remains. Under my audit. Vadran's tail coiled. He kissed you. Proof of seduction ploy. Evan stepped up, voice steady.
Audit away. Words failed once.
Actions won't. Salith's gaze flicked to him, trust sparking. He demonstrates now. Retranslation witnessed. She summoned the hollow again, broadcasting to all. Fingers danced, ambiguities glowed. Elders leaned in, spines twitching. One elder grunted approval. Layers confirmed, human subtlety. Novel.
Vidrin snad.
Subtlety hides knives. Rumors spread. Terrans breed hybrids for control. Mara interjected, sharp. Rumors are weapons. We counter with facts. Evan, lead the exchange. Evan nodded, turning to Sarah. Liaison, your binding rules. Teach the court ours. Consent first. No stone vows without choice. Sarah grinned, blunt teeth flashing. Humans choose? Chaos. Our queens command loyalty. Salith silenced them with a gesture. Enough. Fail begins. Pike shadows me. Daily audits, customs intense. Gasps rippled. Vadrin's eyes narrowed.
Shadow? This reeks of ploy.
Or partnership, Salith countered. Dismissed. Elders filed out. Vadrin lingered, whispering to aides. Mara pulled Evan aside. Leverage gained. Romance subplot? Use it. But watch your back. Vadrin's not done. Chambers cleared. Sylith led Evan to a side alcove. Silk draped, nectar fountains bubbling. She poured again, handing the fizzing crystal. First audit. Human courtship. Explain dating. Trial runs. Talks, touches. Build trust before vows. Her laugh rumbled, low. We trial battles. You words. She leaned close, scales brushing his sleeve. Courtship kiss. Standard? Accelerated, he admitted. Your energy pulls. Honesty audited clean. She traced his palm. Our queens sense pheromones. Yours spike truth. No lie detected. Claw tightened. Veil tests us. Vadrin plots. Share your edge. Listening.
Evan mirrored the grip.
You share yours law, as blade. Together, we cut rumors. Static hummed again. Lips neared. Restraint held by duty. Door chime shattered it. Sarah. Vadrin rallies faction. Claims veil hides consummation. Public challenge tomorrow.
Salith rose. Fire reignited. We face it.
United. Mistake birthed chance. Trust solidified. Love whispered in shared breaths. But Vadrin's shadow deepened. Coup rumors festered. Partnerships forged glowed hotter. Elders watched. One slip, worlds clashed. Mara's next comm buzzed silently in his pocket. Turn heat to alliance. Romance seals it.
He ignored it. Action spoke.
Silas' claw in his promise etched. Court intrigue boiled. Vadrin struck first. Next dawn, Grand Hall thrummed. Banners coiled like tails. Vadrin stood on dais, slate projecting Evan's ceremony words, highlighted, Velthary.
Terran deceit. Engineered for queen's bed, then throne. Crowd hissed.
Mara flanked Evan, whispering, counter hard. Salith entered. Evan at side. She mounted dais. Challenge answered. Audit reveals truth. Hollow replayed. Ambiguities bare. Humans gift flexibility. We gain strength. Vadrin lunged verbally.
Flexibility?
Seduction. Proof, shadowing. Evan spoke, voice projecting. Shadowing builds bridge. Sarah, your words. Teach bindings.
Sarah stepped forward, blunt. Humans listen.
I taught. They adapt. No bloodless war, true exchange.
Elder nodded.
Rumors die. Vadrin recoy. Vadrin recoiled only a step. Claws scraping the dais.
Veil holds.
Your Terran pet drafts an addendum to twist Velthari into harmless ink. I demand public language trial. Now. Gasps rippled through the hall. Banners swayed as courtiers leaned forward. Evan gripped the podium edge, pulse steady. Sarah's drills echoed in his mind. Vow terms bind like chains. Honor clauses demand blood oaths or exile. Salith's tail flicked once, signaling assent. Trial granted. Present your work, Evan Pike. Evan activated his slate. Hollow bloomed. Cross-cultural glossary. 50 entries glowing. Dangerous synonyms mapped. Veltharia's proposal in human trade tongue, but eternal bond in theirs. He tapped the core line. Velthari misinterpreted. Human intent. Pledge of stewardship. Shared defense, not union. Vadrin snarled, projecting his own slate. Stewardship? Evasion.
Prove every term. Vow drill him, elder.
The elder scales etched with ritual scars, nodded. Begin. Define pledge in our law. Sarah's lessons hit like flashcards. Last night, she'd cornered him in the antechamber. Blunt as a hammer. Pledge, Kreshva. Not casual. Public speech makes it law. Say it wrong, you claim her throne. Now he spoke clear. Kreshva, mutual guardianship. Humans pledge fleets to your borders. No throne, no bed. Stewardship clause mirrors Article 7 alliance aid. Courtiers murmured. An elder cross-checked a codex. Vadran jabbed a claw. Honor clauses. Your draft omits Selvier. Blood binding. Trap for queen. Evan swiped to the next hollow panel. He'd mapped it at dawn, fingers flying over synonyms while Mara paced. Director Klein pushed. Turn mistake to leverage. I included sale variant. Honor exchange, not blood. Human oath. Transparency audits yearly. Your gain, veto power. Salith watched from her throne perch, eyes locked on his. Her claw twitched, subtle approval.
Heat rose in Evan's chest, but he shoved it down. Focus.
Sarah stepped beside him, unbidden. I drilled him. Vow terms? Kreshva holds if public. He listened, Dilthus. She highlighted a web of terms. Velthari synonyms. Thalreen, trade offer, but context shifts to bond. Evan mapped all, no deceit. Vadran world honor. Traitor. Bindings to invaders. Bindings strengthen. Sarah shot back. Bloodless war ends here. The elder raised a talon. Glossary withstands. Crowd shifted. Hisses turned to whispers. Vadran lunged forward, voice booming. One flaw. Public binding speech. Evan uttered Velthari in ceremony. Retract or wed. Evan met his glare. Sarah's voice replayed public words etched stone. Fix with countervow. He straightened. Countervow now. I pledge Kreshva stewardship. Fleets guard your veil. No bond beyond alliance. Salith rose, descending the dais. Her presence silenced the hall. She faced Evan, close enough for him to catch her scent. Ozone and spice. Accepted. Trial words bind us. Claws clicked in approval. Vadran sputtered. But. The elder sealed it with a stamp. Hollow archived the addendum. Treaty glowed, ratified. Evan exhaled. Mara clapped his shoulder, whispering, leverage sealed? Romance next? He ignored her, eyes on Silith. She leaned in, voice low for him alone. Your words cut deeper than blades. Trust earned. Her claw brushed his hand, partnership forged. But Vadran's eyes burned from the shadows.
Faction rallied behind him. Hours earlier, the drills had started in the dim scriptorium.
Sarah burst in, slates underarm. Vadran smells weakness. Learn vow terms or lose her. Evan nodded, pulling up his translator core. Drill me. She paced, blunt. Belthari? Proposal in your soft tongues. Here? Eternal mate vow. Public? Law. He scribbled. Synonyms? Thalrin, mere offer. Kreshva, stewardship pledge. Honor clause, Salvier demands witness blood or forfeit. Mara entered then, hard-eyed. Outcomes matter. Draft addendum. Convert mistake to alliance lock. Glossary grew, 50 traps mapped. Velthari chained to Kreshva. Guardianship without marriage. Stewardship. Humans patrol borders. Aliens share tech. Balance.
Sarah tested him at midnight. Public binding speech, words in hall-etched stone.
Counter with precise vow. Vadran will demand trial. Disarm with truth. Dawn broke as he finalized. Salith slipped in, watching. You fight with language, our blades dull beside it. Listening wins, he said. Her gaze lingered. Spark. Now, post-trial, the hall emptied. Vadran stormed out, faction trailing. Sarah pulled Evan aside. He won't stop. Coup whispers grow. Salith drew him to a side alcove. Their pledge holds, but his challenge exposed fractures. Evan checked his slate. New comm from Mara. Push romance. Seals treaty. He silenced it. We build on this. Cultural exchange clause. Joint councils. Her tail curled near his leg. More. You saw our bindings. Share yours.
He hesitated. Humans humbled foes with words, not swords.
Aliens wove law like webs. Together? Unbreakable, a guard interrupted. Chancellor demands private audit. Silas' eyes hardened. Trap. We go united. Claw in hand again. Love's whisper grew to roar. Vadran's shadow loomed, but one word could shatter it. In the antechamber. Sarah waited with fresh slates. Next drill. Audit traps. He'll twist honor clauses. Evan rolled sleeves. Map them. Hours blurred. Synonyms piled. Veil cache. Audit hid. Interrogation. He countered with Tharnell. Neutral review. Mara joined via holo. Vadran weapons this. Draft amended. Stewardship expanded to joint audits. Humans edge. Adapt fast. Salith observed, closer now. Your humility disarms. We rule by claw, you by ear. Knight's blade is precision, he replied.
She touched his arm. Fire.
Audit chamber loomed, at dusk. Vadran waited. Faction arrayed. Terran, defend your ink. One slipped, treaty voids. Evan projected glossary. Kreshva stands.
Audit it. Vadran probed.
Sylvir omitted, adapted. Tharnell honors both. Boxen murmured. Salith spoke. Binding holds. Vadran recoiled again. Not over, but elders nodded. Alliance deepened. Later, alone with Salith, her lips neared. Pledge more? Evan pulled her close. Mistake birthed this. Words won worlds. Vadran's calm hissed in the hall outside. Strike tomorrow. Partnership's fire blazed. One word waited. Evan strode into the throne chamber, claws of Queen Salith's guards scraping stone behind him. Chancellor Vadran loomed at the central dais, his faction of elders arrayed like spears.
Terran, your mangled oath claims our sovereign.
Void the treaty, or face trial by lexicon.
Evan met Vadran's glare, heart steady.
He'd prepped all night with Sarah's slates. I accepted the trial, Chancellor, but make it fair. Live, bilingual demonstration. Project the words side by side for all to judge. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Salith rose from her throne, scales shimmering under vaulted lights. Her eyes locked on Evan. Probing, not hostile. Vadran hesitated, then snarled. Agreed. Reenact your blasphemy. Let the court witness the deceit. Evan nodded to Sarah, who activated the holoscreens. Dual projections flared. Human standard on one side, Thalari script on the other. He stepped to the podium, voice clear. The screens mirrored it. Kreshva glowed red. Vadran's highlighted trap. Now, alternate verbs. Evan tapped controls. First swap, we offer Tharnell guardianship. Tharnell pulsed neutral green. Tharnell means mutual review, not possession. Elders leaned forward. Sarah whispered from the side, good. Shows flexibility. Vadran jabbed a claw. Wordplay. Kreshva implies binding union. Your stewardship echoes Selver. Eternal vow. Evan didn't flinch. He cued the next. Compare, Kreshva versus Valkish. Screen split deeper. Metrics scrolled semantic overlap at 23%. Veil cache demands interrogation. Kreshva invites partnership. Data doesn't lie, Chancellor. The chamber buzzed. An elder hissed. Terran turns court to lab. Evan pressed. Third variant. We commit to Nalvir alliance. Nalvir charted at 89% match to treaty intent. Diplomatic, not matrimonial. Hear the reenactment. He spoke it aloud. Bilingual audio syncing. His English flowed smooth. Valari echoed precise. Salith's tail flicked. Approval. She silenced the crowd with a raised claw. Enough. The vow stands valid. Human intent aligns with Nalvir, but I rule it redefinable by mutual consent. No trap binds us. Vadran's scales flushed violet. Rage.
Outrage! Protocol 47. Sovereign discretion yields to elder vote on honor clauses.
I trigger it now. Gasps echoed. Sarah gripped Evan's arm.
Stripping her power. Vote splits the court.
Evan's mind raced. Mara's hollow flickered in his earpiece. Mission lead patched in from the shuttle. Leverage the data, Evan. Force transparency. The elders activated voting clause, crystals lighting faction colors. Vadran's block glowed amber, 2/3 strong. Suelith's loyalists countered in sapphire, but short. Evan slammed the podium override. Chancellor, your protocol demands full disclosure. Project your honor clause, precedents. Screens hijacked to his glossary. Vadran's cited cases scrolled. Everyone twisted Kreshva into subjugation tools against prior rulers. Look, Evan zoomed. Case 12, E. Kreshva redefined as tribute. By your own records, 70% of eternal vows were political prisons. Metrics burned bright. Overlap charts embarrassed amber block. Vadran's precedents mismatched treaty language by 41%. Elders recoiled. One snarled at Vadran. You wielded this against Queen Lyra. Vadran's claws trembled. Lies? The Terran manipulates, data doesn't manipulate.
Evan stepped back, screens held irrefutable.
Votes flickered. Amber crystals dimmed. Sapphire surged past.
Salith stood tall. Motion fails.
Discretion mine. Treaty proceeds as Nalvir pact. Vadrin stormed from the dais, faction trailing. Whispers chased him. Chancellor exposed. Evan exhaled. Sarah clapped his shoulder. You shamed him with numbers. Courts here fight with claws. We'll borrow your labs. Silith descended the throne steps. Her presence towered, but her claw brushed Evan's. Gentle. Precision saves thrones. Walk with me. They exited to the balcony overlook, city spires glittering below. Wind carried spice scent from her scales. Vadrin retreats but strikes again. Private council tonight. I'll map his next traps. Parnell on all clauses. Her gaze softened, pupils dilated. Velari for trust. You listen where others shout. Humans bend words like wind. She leaned closer, breath warm on his neck. This mistake forged more than treaty. Pulse quickened. He touched her claw tip. Mutual consent redefines us too. Lips, scaled, soft, brushed his. Fire sparked. Not duty, choice. Mara's hollow buzzed faint. Evan, status? Secured, he murmured, eyes on Salith, partnership sealed deeper. But Sarah burst onto the balcony. Slate clutched. Chancellor's comms, intercepted. He rallies off-world allies. Invalidate the Terran by blood vow ritual. Tomorrow dawn. Salith's claws tightened on Evans. One ritual, one word. Worlds hung.
Sayla's claws dug into Evan's hand. She yanked him toward the balcony doors.
Council now. Sarah, seal the chamber.
Sarah tapped her slate. Doors hissed shut.
Hollow barriers flickered to life. Evan's comm buzzed. Mara's face appeared, stern. Report. That looked cozy. Vadrin's rallying off-world hardliners, Evan said. Blood vow ritual at dawn. They want to invalidate me, and the treaty. Mara's eyes narrowed. She paced her shuttle feed. Bastard. Our polls show Velari Public split 50-40 on us. One scandal tips it. Silith loomed over the holo. Chancellor twists tradition. Nalvir demands blood exchange, or rejection. Mara studied her, then nodded. Evan, you're authorized. Offer a public personal pledge. Stabilize the treaty. Make it your words, human style. Consent first. Evan swallowed. Public? On the dais? Turn the mistake into leverage, Mara said.
Holocut. Salith pulled Evan inside.
Her throne room guards flanked the doors. Sarah projected Vadrin's intercepted slate. Terran defiles queen. Demand purity right. Salith snarled.
He forces my hand. Private first. Evan.
Negotiate the vow. They entered her antechamber. Silk drapes muffled echoes. She faced him, scales shimmering under glow orbs. Velari vows bind eternally. Blood, words, intent. Your proposal error started this. Fix it. With truth. Evan paced, heart hammered. Mutual consent. No traps. I pledge partnership, treaty, and personal. You affirm it. Equals. Her tail flicked.
Pupils widened. Curiosity.
Velari queens lead, but humans share burdens. She extended a claw. Structure it. Consent first, as you say. He pulled his translator slate. Words flew. I, Evan Pike, vow to honor Queen Salith's realm and person, with her free consent, in alliance and affection. She vows the same, or releases me. Salith tilted her head. Claws traced the slate. Plain, no loopholes. Vadrin hates simplicity. She leaned in. Spice scent filled his lungs. Affection?
You mean it. Pulse raced. Her warmth pressed close.
Testing waters. Like humans do. Lips curved, scaled, inviting. Velari test with fire. But she nodded. Accepted. Now public. Dawn approaches. Sarah burst in. Hardliners massing. Vadrin leads block to dais. Silas gripped Evan's arm. We move. Guards parted crystal doors. The grand hall thrummed. Thousands packed tears. Nobles, envoys, holocams beaming to stars. Dawnlight pierced spires. Vadrin stood at dais center flanked by armored hardliners. Banners snapped. Purity overpacked. Salith strode forward. Evan matched her pace. Whispers swelled.
Queen arrives.
Sarah hissed behind. Vadrin bowed sharp. Majesty. Dawn right demands purity. This Terran sullied Nalvire with false proposal. Reject him, or blood vow now.
Hardliners chanted, "Purity."
Purity? Silas crashed. She signaled Evan. Translator Pike, join me. Leg steady. Crowd gasped. Human on sacred stone. Vadran sneered. Intruder. Protocol forbids. Silence. Salith snapped. Evan speaks vow in plain language. All hear. Evan faced her. Thousands watched. Camera's word. Mara's hollow pinged silent. Go. He breathed deep. Queen Salith. Voice amplified clear. I offer pledge. Alliance and treaty. Partnership in life. With your consent alone. Murmurs rippled. Vadran lunged. Human words twist like smoke. Demand bloodproof. Block roared. Guards shifted. Chaos brewed. Saleth raised claw. Proof? He negotiates as equal. To Evan, speak full vow. Mean it. Evan locked eyes. Her gaze burned. Trust. Heat. He chose words fast. I, Evan Pike, vow to stand with Queen Salith, honor her realm, share her burdens, in affection and strength. By my consent, and yours freely given. Then Salith smiled. I, Salith, first of Valerie, accept. I vow the same, stand with Evan Pike, honor humanity, share my throne's weight. By my consent, and yours. She pricked her claw on a ritual blade. Crimson welled. Offered it. Sliced palm. Pressed to hers. Blood mingled. Glow pulsed. Binding light. Crowd exploded. Cheers drowned hardliners. Vadran paled. Trap. Off-world allies. Sarah activated slates. Intercepts beamed huge. Vadran's plots exposed. Traitor rallies invasion. Block crumbled. Guard seized Vadran. He spat. Filth.
Human bewitches her. Salith ignored him. Pulled Evan close.
Well spoken. Meant.
Lips met his firm, electric. Crowd roared louder. Holocams captured it. Evan's blood thrummed. Not mistake. Choice. Mara's comm buzzed. Treaty sealed. Polls flip 80-20. Nicely done. Sarah grinned. Courts rewrite rules now. Labs for all. But Salith whispered. Claw on his chest. Private council resumes. Deeper vows await. Evan nodded. Worlds aligned. One word shifted stars. Vadran's glare pierced from chains.
This binds nothing.
My allies strike at dusk. Salith's tail coiled Evan's waist.
Let them. We face as one. Dusk loomed. New traps stirred. Guards yanked Chancellor Vadran toward the chamber doors. His scales flushed crimson.
Lies. The human's words ensnare her. Queen Salith's claw pressed Evan's back.
She steered him forward, past cheering nobles. Her tail uncoiled from his waist but brushed his leg. Electric warmth lingered. The grand hall's crystal pillars hummed with hollow projections of their mingled blood glow. Evan scanned the crowd. Hardliner faces twisted. Doubt lingered despite the cheers. Saratan darted to the central dais. Her aid slates flickered. Court record demands truth. She tapped a crystal node. Massive hollows bloomed. Leaked messages from Vadran's network. Rumors twisted Evan's proposal into invasion bait. He fed these to border clans. Human queen killer plots marriage trap. Invasion calls followed. For Valerie purity. Guards silenced him with binders. The hardliner block shifted. Whispers turned to nods. Salith raised her chin. Chancellor betrays us all, sees his allies. Evan's pulse raced. The blood bond sealed personal trust, but the trade treaty hung unsigned. Formal ink-bound fleets and labs. He stepped to the podium beside Salith, her golden eyes locked on his. Protocol demanded vows restated. Public, precise. One slip and rivals revived the chaos. Revised phrasing, Evan said low. Mara Klein nodded. From the human delegation's edge, her hard gaze approved. Evan cleared his throat, activated his translator slate. Valerie script projected huge. I, Evan Pike of humanity, vow to stand with Queen Salith and Valerie. Honor her realm through open trade lanes and shared defense pacts. Strengthen borders against external threats. Labs exchange knowledge freely. This binds nations now.
He paused, measured her gaze.
Affection and deeper union, delayed by mutual consent, explored in time, if chosen. Silence gripped the hall. Salith's tail tip flicked, then she smiled. Sharp, regal. Words as law. Humans wield them like blades. She extended a claw, Evan gripped it. Firm. Warm. I, Salith. First of Valerie. Accept fully. Trade flows. Defenses unite. Cultural exchange begins. With this proposal, reframed as Pact of Hearts and Worlds, pricked her claw again. Crimson sealed the holodoc. Glow pulsed outward, linking to orbiting stations. Cheers erupted anew.
Holocam swarmed.
Crisis flipped. Treaty live.
Mara cummed in his ear. Polls at 90. Leverage the bond. Don't waste it. Sarah grinned beside him. Vadran's rumor chain? Dead. Court scribes log it as treason. Your listen fast trick saved us. Sylif turned to Evan. Her voice carried over the roar. Human translator. Your words mended rifts. Claim a seat as official court linguist. Advise my throne.
Evan blinked.
Heart thudded. First major mission, now embedded in alien power?
He nodded. Honor to serve.
Consent given. Her golden eyes sparked. Tail coiled his ankle. Private signal. Protocol requires balance. Cultural exchange demands. Personal step. First date under court eyes. Tomorrow eve, private gardens. Consensual. Test if stars align beyond duty. Heat flushed Evan's face. Her scent, spice, and storm filled his lungs. Intent. By my consent, he said. Freely. Crowd parted as she let him down. Nobles bowed. Sarah clapped his shoulder. Blunt truth. Velari queens choose slow. But you? She tests deep. Mara intercepted at the archway. Job locks our foothold. Date? Spin it as diplomacy, but watch Vadran's allies. Intercept show ships massing at dusk. Evan glanced back. Vadran vanished into side corridors, chained but snarling. Dusk light bled through crystal domes. Shadows lengthened. Salus' claw grazed his hand. Council chambers now. Plan defenses. You speak our law and heart. They strode into the antechamber. Doors sealed. Her guards flanked. Evan pulled his slate. Scanned fresh intercepts. 3 cloaked vessels approached the outer moon. Vadran's border pact, revised defense vow, Salith asked. Leaned close. Breath warmed his neck. Evan typed fast. Joint patrols. Human drones link your shields. No delays. She nodded. Claw traced his palm scar, still tender from blood mingling. Good. Trust builds. Accompanied. Sarah's voice. Scouts confirm. Invasion probes at Vector 7. Vadran's signal triggered them. Evan met Salith's gaze. We face as one? Her lips curved. As vowed. But first, seal this exchange. Lips met his. Firmer than the hall's kiss. Tongues brushed alien spice-ignited nerves. He gripped her waist scales. Pulled closer. Alarm blared. Outer defenses lit hollows. Ships decloaked. Saelith broke the kiss. Eyes fierce. To arms. Your words rally them. Evan dashed to the command node. Fingers flew over controls.
Human fleet auth codes beamed. Alliance live.
Drones inbound. Velari warriors surged past. Salith mounted the dais. Witness. Human stands with Queen. Explosions rocked the void. Proxies died first. Evan's drones swarmed. Precision strikes crippled engines. Velari lances followed, shredding hulls. Sarah whooped. Flawless sync. Their tech blindsides us usually. Treaty hollow pulsed green. Secured. Mara's voice crackled.
Dusk 1. Polls unanimous.
But Vadran's core cell escaped. Salith descended. Tail wrapped Evan's lead possessive. Tomorrow's garden awaits. Deeper vows then. Evan nodded. Adrenaline hummed. Job secured. Her touch promised more. But a shadow flickered in the dome. Scout drone feed. Vadran's face glared from a hidden shuttle. Throne falls at dawn. Let it come. We choose together. Gardens loomed in Evan's mind. Stars shifted closer. One word at a time.